Welcome back, everybody. Episode 5, How to Become a Senior Software Engineer. This is going to be the last episode in this short little series, and it's a big one. Become the tech lead. Another big step that you can take in becoming a senior software engineer is taking on more responsibilities. I've got 2 quick ideas on how to take on more responsibilities that won't overwhelm you. Number 1, mentor somebody. Simple as that. Find somebody, junior developer, someone that could actually be maybe your level or as simple as an intern, and be a mentor for them. Be a teacher. Even if you don't have a game plan of I'm going to teach you the many ways of Spring, just be there for them. Be that person for them to talk to. Be their rubber ducky. Be someone for them to bounce ideas off of them. If they're crazy, stupid, awesome, just be there, be ears, listen, and give them some guidance. Give them some ideas. Give them some little things to chew on, maybe some thoughts that you had. Built out that mentor-mentee relationship, because as you move up, that's what you're always going to be. Whether you ask for it or not, people are going to be coming to you. So get ahead of the curve and start mentoring. The other responsibility that you can peel off is actually peeling the responsibility off of the person above you. One little kind of trick that I learned is when I knew I wanted to become kind of the leader on the team is I was seeing, what do the leaders of teams do? What are kind of the normal day-to-day stuff they kind of get bogged down with? And I would kind of take note of that. And what I did is I'd be like, hey, boss man, I see you got to go to this one meeting every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you don't usually get a lot out of it. Maybe next week, why don't I go to that meeting for you and listen in? Or can I just tag along? And maybe then they'll slowly phase out of that so they can work on other stuff, and you've taken on that responsibility for them. And do it again if you're able to. Because as you kind of see the pattern here, you start taking on these responsibilities of what your team leader is doing, what your tech lead is doing, what the senior guys are doing. It's going to start to show, hey, this guy can do that because he's already been doing it for us. He's been taking it off of my plate. If you want to become the senior person on the team, you need to be ready to be out of your comfort zone. Now, when people say step out of your comfort zone, they could be talking about a lot of things. My advice on stepping out of your comfort zone is doing something that you probably think you wouldn't need to do or isn't maybe on the exact trajectory of your career path that you want to do, but shows some flexibility that you have to management. And so a little example is I work for a consulting company, so we work out at client sites. And one of the kind of structures that we have is what's called the team manager role. Now, what the team manager is it's just simply somebody that has 4 to 5 people of our consulting firm that report to this team manager. And by report to them, it's just handling what I kind of call the resource management HR stuff. They're there to make sure, everything's going good out at the client site for you. They are making sure you're doing one-on-ones, which you do your one-on-ones with them. Just, kind of your, go-to person, I guess you would say. And so the team manager isn't really so much like a tech lead or like the team manager on the project. They're just managing this team of consultants that our company has out at this client site. And so I got asked, hey, is that something, you really kind of stepped up this last year? Is that kind of a role that you would like to go into? And immediately I said, no, absolutely not. Because to me, I thought it was just a management role. I don't want to go into management. I want to stay technical. That's one of the big things you always kind of get asked. When you're starting to reach that part where you're thinking about your 5-10-year plan is, do you want to go down this management track or do you want to go down this technical track? Which I feel like that's a whole other thing about why you have to make this big decision right away. But anyways, going forward, they asked me if I wanted to be a team manager. And I looked at it, I was like, man, this just seems like management HR 101. I'm meeting with people that are either on my project or could be on other projects. I'm doing one-on-ones with them. I'm approving timesheets When new people come on, I gotta do onboarding. When people leave, I gotta do offboarding. Not sure if that's a term, but we're gonna go with it. I was like, I don't know. So I said, no, I don't want to do it. And then a buddy of mine, when I talked to him a week later, said, dude, you're crazy. You should totally do that. That's good exposure within the organization. It's showing that you're flexible, that you can take on new responsibilities and roll with it. And I sat and I thought about that, and I'm like, he's got a point. You know, that is something that I could take on. It's something I could easily do. You know, I talk about being a mentor and mentoring people on the technical side. If I want to keep going up, I'm going to have to start being able to mentor people on a career side. So I've started that track of, hey, how do I become a team manager within our organization? How do I help, you know, my fellow team members with their career goals? So yeah, be ready to step outside your comfort zone. Even if it's not on the direct path that you're going. You know, it might take you a little bit this way, but you're moving forward. You know, you're being agile. We all want to be agile. The very last piece of advice I want to leave for you is that you need to be your own cheerleader. Point blank and the period. No one is going to root for you harder than you are going to root for yourself. This is the big boy leagues of life. Your mom and dad are not going to be there on the sidelines saying, oh, look at little Timmy. He wrote that code so nice. Oh, go Timmy. No, it's not going to happen. You can only advocate for yourself. Don't rely on others to advocate for you. Now, do kind of learn how to work the system. You know, when you are in your one-on-ones, talking to your managers, talking to anybody really from management, and you kind of did something that you feel like kind of went a little above and beyond, talk about it. Don't leave anything quiet. Don't just be like, oh yeah, you know, I did some clean code stuff with the team. I'd be like, dude, we're doing clean code. I got a clean code team. I'm moving on to clean architecture. People are gonna be like, Uncle Bob who? They're gonna be like, dude, I am 618 developer. What? So I know this last bit kind of jumped all around in different places and might have been a little scatterbrained, but just really want to just wrap up this short series on becoming a senior software engineer of, you know, be ready for that role. Go out there, seek it. Don't wait for it to come to you. If you wait for it to come to you, by the time it finally comes to you, you're not going to want to do it at all.